How everybody doing? Martian Man TV in the building. Y'all, let's get into it. We ain't gonna hesitate. Before I start though, y'all do me a favor and hit them like buttons, hit the notifications, hit the subscribe. It's free, don't cost you nothing. Neither here nor there. Let's go into it. I definitely want to get into it because I made a video about this subject already. This is basically Boosie. And like I said in my video with a lot of people, they was throwed off about this new 2023 version of The Color Purple, man. Now, the 1985 version was already controversial, but them old heads probably, they had like understanding and ways they could give us perspective to make it make sense. All right? Because I saw both. And with the original one, I wasn't feeling the gay narrative or like being a child and trying to understand why two women is kissing. Okay, let's just put that out there. I'm tired of hiding behind narratives because we don't want to offend nobody. No, let's just be honest and brutally honest about it. So, just like I thought, this don't just apply to Boosie. This apply to any everyday American, any average Joe or person with kids or with family or who just want to go and see the Color Purple movie. The narrative of it is promoting, gay activity, LGBT activity. Like that's the whole narrative. So if you a child, right, you don't understand that whole gay narrative, man. I'm gonna say it. You don't understand no gay narratives. Okay? So why is they pushing that formula? And the Color Purple, I remind you, is not just affiliated with black people, but it's like some type of family type of intervention that you experience. You know what I mean? It's going back to the early 1900s. They trying to put a little truth with history back then with how you had people getting married at 12 and 13 back in the days. So, it's trying to bring light to that, bring some type of knowledge and wisdom and understanding of that. But then you got the narratives, man. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know how far, well, we do know how far back sexualities go, but come on, man. I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Kids is being exposed to the Color Purple, so you got to be careful about what you allowing your kids to watch or be exposed to. So Boosie had a situation where he wanted to bond with his daughters. I guess he was having Daddy Daughter's Day. And he took his daughters, regardless if his daughter is allegedly gay, that's irrelevant. He took his daughters to see The Color Purple, and Boosie and his daughters left the movie early. Like Boosie said, the time he sat and watched it and tried to give it a chance, they was pushing that narrative so hard, man, that it made him feel uncomfortable. Know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it made his little girls feel uncomfortable because now they got questions. See what I'm saying? Kids is smart. They in tuneness can go to a high level sometimes that adults take for granted or overlook. So a kid can get exposed to something and you don't know how it's gonna rattle them. So it's not about bashing gay people, man, or the LGBT community or whatever. It's just really saying that we gotta protect our kids and we have to be on point and know what we getting ourselves into. We're going to watch a movie that's supposedly supposed to be family orientated, like The Color Purple. So that's the whole drawback and throw off about this Oprah produced 2023 version that I don't like. I gave it a bad review. Y'all check that out. My Color Purple review, from 1985 to 2023. Like, No, man, they could have kept this. It's like, it's a musical, man. They should have just kept it how they had it on Broadway or whatever they was doing. Just keep it there. Keep it in New York. You don't make it into a worldwide spectacle and then push a narrative behind it to try to teach our kids to be gay. Yeah, I said it. So everybody has the freedom to be who they gonna be and have that freedom of choice. You don't push a narrative on somebody to influence them or brainwash them or program them or contradict their learning process or their growth or their mind state. So that's what I don't like, man. That's what we don't talk about. You know what I mean? And too many people acting scared or not coming out just saying it, man. I get it. But I'm going to be the one that come out and say it. Like, no, we can't have that. So I gave it a bad review. Boosie gave it a bad review. And he said when he walked out, it was some old heads that agreed with him. Like, not even nobody from the 80s, from that era, who was around or old enough to watch The Color Purple back then when it came out in 85. Even they don't like it. Even they don't like this new Oprah BS Color Purple. We only going to support it because it's black. Because Fantasia in it. You know what I mean? Let's just be 100. Let's be clear. Oprah involved. You know what I mean? Like, this is why black people get caught up in them type of traps. We always want to go support and patronize something that we do. We come from times where even the old heads and our elders, it was always a good thing to see black people on TV, right? This how simple on the surface is perceived. So you turn on your TV, you used to seeing white faces on there, and then you see people that look like you on there, right? Usually you probably only get one black person, maybe one person of color, whether they Spanish or something else, right? And we weren't used to, well, they wasn't, the old people, they really wasn't used to seeing black people on TV. So they supported anybody that they saw on TV that was black. Sidney Poitier, Bill, whoever it was, it was exciting and monumental to see somebody of color on TV. So let's fast forward, 85. I'm pretty sure a lot of people went out to celebrate The Color Purple. It's Steven Spielberg produced this. But people went to go celebrate Oprah Winfrey, Danny Glover, who else is in there? Oh, Alice Walker, prominent writer, black writer, woman. She wrote The Color Purple. So this is how black people get caught up in that narrative and that trap. Oh yeah, we gonna go see The Color Purple. You know, they got that fat girl in there, they got that show Oprah in there. And you know, you Alice Walker wrote the book. We got Danny Glover up in there playing Mister. We gonna go support this. And then you get exposed to stuff. Harlem Nights, any movie I can name, y'all. Menace to Society, Juice. That narrative never changes. We go support because it's our people. So that's what Boosie was on. Like me and a lot of us who went to go support The Color Purple, especially y'all that spent y'all money. We went to go support Taraji. You know what I mean? And be a part of that. Like, oh, you know, I knew it was a bad idea anyway. A lot of stuff that's original, you got to leave it original. Everything ain't made to be remade, if it makes sense. Everything isn't. It is not that The Color Purple isn't remake worthy. It was too good to be remakes. You can't remake Thriller. Know what I mean? You can't remake All Eyes on Me. You can't remake Machiavelli. So it is what it is. You can't remake you can't remake King Von music. You just can't. You could try to replicate it, but you can't remake Von. It was only one. Same apply to everybody else. The Futures, the Drakes, the Lil Durks, the Lil Babies, whoever like we want to name, right? So I'm just saying, The Color Purple, I give it uh, uh, 2 thumbs down, and a side face. That face that Boosie making. That's the color purple emoji face. That's the face. If it's an emoji for my feelings or my outlook on this movie, it'll be the Boosie face right there. Like, I'm disappointed in this. Like, they had the nerve to try to remake it when it shouldn't have been remade a touch. And then y'all do this to the movie. So Taraji want to get up and complain about her not getting paid, right? Which Taraji, shouts out to you. Love you, Taraji. I want you to get paid what you deserve, and you right. You supposed to get paid that money. Y'all deserve it. Facts, whether it was a female or a male. So I'm not gender bashing or taking sides. I'm just saying I'm with Taraji as far as she right. Black artists and people of color and women of color have been bamboozled, taken advantage of, you feel me, finessed for decades. So if they've been getting finagled and finessed, then they need to be blessed on the back end. So I don't got nothing to say bad against Taraji with coming forward with that, but this was just overall, I think, a bad movie, man. And I think a lot of people gonna be misguided with going in to see it because they're gonna be focused on thinking that they finna get, like, for the young people, they may go in with not knowing the history of The Color Purple, right? Somebody older, like in my situation, even though I'm getting older, the old heads showed me The Color Purple. You know what I'm saying? So I saw The Color Purple as a kid. Even though I didn't understand it or the narrative, I was exposed to The Color Purple because of the older heads. My mom and them generation watched The Color Purple. Like I said, it was a black people thing. No different than Motown 25 or when the Soul Food movie came out in 97. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid then. That's monumental, 97. Or like any of those family orientated movies, black people hold them to heart because usually when the movies came out, it was a black thing. It was a people of color thing. Like, we gonna go watch this and support them. You know, before you find out the narrative or the plot of the movie, right? So with The Color Purple, people get caught up in wanting to go see it because Oprah produced it. Billionaire Oprah. Statman Oprah. Gail Oprah. So you're like, oh, I'm going to go check it out. You know, if Oprah got something to do with it, and then you go and you get disappointed. Why? They narrative of the movie, they want to promote sexual innuendo that shouldn't be the focal point of The Color Purple. It lost basis with the original from the 1985 movie that everybody or all the old heads is allegedly in love with. So the 2023 version of The Color Purple, y'all want me to say it got a gay narrative to it. It has a lesbian narrative to it. It has a LGBT alphabet narrative to it. And y'all, like I said, I'm not knocking nobody's sexuality. Just saying, if that was the plot of the movie, if they knew that's what they wanted to do with the movie, they should have kept it a musical. Why make it a movie to switch the narrative to get people, you know what I mean? Like, that's not good. So, shouts out to Boosie, man, for being the type of man and having the type of character about his kids and his daughter to morally and have some integrity about not exposing his daughters to that, regardless of the rumors about his daughter being gay herself. That's irrelevant. As a parent, I always want to be on parent control and child control, where I watch and monitor what my kids is being exposed to, or my nieces and nephews or cousins or whoever who not grown. So shouts out to Boosie for being on top of it. Him being a good dad, him doing his daddy thing with his daughters, and teaching them a learning lesson. Shouts out to YouTube. I love everybody. Blessings to everybody. Everybody, don't forget who new up in here to subscribe. Hit that like button. Like I said, it don't cost you nothing. It don't. To just press that button. You ain't gonna lose no money and no sleep behind it. And I'm gonna keep dropping videos and being consistent, building and extending a family, and exploit my talents and my skills to y'all. Shouts out to Mark Dark TV, Carcino, Willie D Live, that Corey Holcomb show, the Art of Dialogue, Bomb First, Tasha K, I love you. Regardless, keep your head up. Who else? Discretion TV, Vlad. These is everybody who motivate me, who teach me things, either directly or indirectly. So I definitely got to give him a shout out. The lead attorney. Who else? Hazakia News. Forgive me, bro, if I mispronounced your name. Shouts out, man, to everybody, man. Barbie Bands. Ron Shotgun. Y'all know Daphne Thick. AZZ. I don't want to curse and YouTube say something, but yeah, y'all. Shouts out to everybody. Y'all make sure to watch my Color Purple bad review. And I'll be back.